you look so, I said, Bridget, you look ready for like a summer picnic. I love the whole look. So let me just tell you, we have as a Today Special Value probably the most fun top you are going to love wearing all season long. One, because it's French terry, and we love French terry for its softness, you know, the loopiness that's just perfect. And this is a French terry that's the right gauge for now. And then the Denim & Company team did a dip dye. Now, dip dye is not new to Denim & Company. As a matter of fact, dip dye isn't even new to Denim & Company as a Today Special Value, although we haven't had one since 2019. What is new is to do the dip dye the way they've done it here. And that is to give you all of this bright white, and in the case of what Bridget is wearing, it's a really pale, think cotton candy, just subtle pink at the top. But to give you all the bright here at the top, and then do that dip dye, which is this wonderful gradient effect of color that is dyed so that it gets deeper and deeper and deeper as you go from top to bottom. And perfection, because it's dip dyed not only on the body of your top, but also even the sleeves match up. And these colors, well, these colors are fantastic. So you add all of those things with a price of $39.98, and you understand why everybody is saying, I want one of those for my wardrobe to get me through the summer and beyond. Here's what I will tell you. We have sizes extra small to 5X, and because it is a tunic, we also have regular and petite. But it could be enough just to do the really pretty bright white that just brightens your face at the top, and then that gradient dip dye that goes all the way down. But they did even more. So this color, which has been the most popular, is called Indigo Sea. White at the top, and then that wonderful gradient of the dip dye that goes all the way down to the bottom. And when you get to the very bottom at the hem, where there's a little side slit, they added a surprise. Didn't have to, but they did. They did a little embroidered motif. So on your Indigo Sea, it's gonna be a red star. I love that, it's so cute. All right, this color, let me pull it forward just to show you. This color is called Medium Orchid. Again, all of that flattering white at the top, and then the dip dye that's gradient that goes down deeper, deeper, deeper to the deepest orchid at the bottom. And when you get to the bottom, the little surprise is an embroidered palm tree. I know, you want to be on vacation wearing this tunic. This one is called Sand. Don't you love how earthy and fun this neutral is? So again, bright white that flatters your face at the top, and then that gradient dip dye that goes all the way down to the bottom where there is an embroidered shell on the sand color. I know, I like that one too. Here's the one I had to wear. This one is called Soft Jade, and Soft Jade gives you kind of a minty green starting from that bright white at the top and then going all the way down to the deeper jade at the bottom, and then when you get to the bottom it's embroidered with a sailboat. Yes, please. A day sailing would be so much fun in this top. Then here's the color. This one is called Light Aqua. Look at Light Aqua, because it's the bright white and then kind of a sky blue that goes down deeper to the aqua at the bottom, and then there at the bottom you've got the sun, a little sunburst embroidered on it. And then our final choice is what Bridget is wearing, and I know you cannot look at her and not say, I love that one. This one is called Cardinal. And again, while the others are all stark white at the top, the Cardinal is a very, very subtle pale pink at the top. It's still bright, that really just flatters this part of you. And then you can see the way the dip dye starts here, goes all the way down, and then at the very bottom, that deepest cardinal red, which is kind of a watermelon color, there's an embroidered flag. Our sizes, again, are extra small to 5X. It is the Today Special Value that you will love getting dressed for summer. It's nice to have long sleeve in a gauge that works when the weather is warm and the sun is shining. So you're gonna let us know what size you need, extra small to 5X. You're gonna let us know whether you need your petite, your tunic length in regular, which is about 27 to 33, or petite, which is about 26 to 32. And as you look at our ladies, so Pam, who's 5'9½", wearing it in the 1X, and she's in the regular. Crystal, who's 5'3", and wearing the Cardinal, the same color that Bridget is wearing, and Crystal is 5'3", and she's in the petite. And then Hallie, who is 5'10", wearing it in the sand, and she's in the regular medium. $39.98. That's our price for one day. And over 11,000 orders have been placed. So tell us, what color is your favorite? Where are you going wearing your French terry sweatshirt or tunic top this summer? 1-800-395-1601. That's the phone number you're going to call. By the way, we are extremely busy. I'm not the only one. Bridget's not the only one. Jackie's not the only one who's loving this top. So we're going to bring her on in. You know Jackie, she's part of the Denim & Company team, works closely with Gary and the whole gang. Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So we're at 11,000 orders for this Today Special Value. I think people are, first of all, to look at it, it's just as cute as can be. Like, if we just start there, there's nothing wrong with just starting with, ooh, it's cute. That's okay. Yeah, a lot of us shop that way. But Jackie, let's start with the fact that it's French terry from Denim & Company, and then talk about this dip dye process.
Yes, so our French terry I absolutely love. It's 95% cotton, so cotton rich, 5% spandex, so you have nice stretch in there, but it's all about the tiny refined loops on the inside. And what that does, it absorbs any moisture, keeps you cool to the touch, very soft on the skin. So when you're
hot, have you hold it just steady, just so we can, there you can see it. Yes. Those are the loops. Yeah, and what does that do for us?
Keeps us cool to the touch, very soft on the skin, absorbs any moisture, so we love our French terry. So when you're hot, it keeps you cool. Yeah. When you're cool, you're not gonna overheat in this.
It's, you know, I think like we've all had it ingrained from the time we were old enough to know like what fabrics were. You know, cotton, there's a reason that you're wearing it when the weather is warm and it's breathable. And French terry with the little loop that you love that is soft, but also really comfortable. So it starts with a top that when I put it on, I like how it feels.
Exactly.
And then let's talk about how it looks.
So the dip dye process is amazing. So first, it's all white. That's how we started, and we listened to you because you actually wanted the white on the top instead of the bottom. So we actually did that. And the process, it's so artisan because every single one, if we bought the same color, does not look the same. So it's actually dipped into dye numerous times in different areas of the factory, like buckets of the factory of dye, and that's how we get this dip dye effect.
Love it. And so again, no two would be identical, but at the same time, Jackie, looking at you wearing it, looking at me wearing it, looking at Bridget wearing it, it's perfectly positioned where the white is and where the dye starts, and then that gradient from top to bottom, complete including the sleeves.
Exactly. So you can even see how it matches as you're looking at Leah along the top, along the sides of the sleeves, along around the, you know, stomach area, going down, even where the slits are, you know, looks amazing. And I love that we added slits because for me, it's wearing ease around my hips. I don't have to worry about a band or pulling, you know, on the side or the back.
And I love too, notice the way they've done so that you've got this border where they didn't have to do it, but they added that fun little motif embroidered onto your French terry top. And then even the sleeve cuff gives me that same sort of, you know, design that just finishes the sleeve nicely.
Exactly. You could zhuzh up your sleeve because of that cotton spandex, so it's easy, it's breathable. You know, our French terry is amazing. I always say we're gonna come out with sheets in our French terry because when I'm sleeping at night, I'm hot, I'm having, you know, I'm sweating, and this keeps you cool. And it's a fine gauge French terry, so it's not heavy
not your
at
heavy
all.
Sweatshirt. Yeah. Let's do this. I want to show colors. I want to talk sizes because Ashley has joined us. And here's what most people are doing. I'll grab this for you for just a second. What most people are doing, is letting us know, because if you want more than one color, especially on a Today Special Value Day, that is perfect. I see you and I wearing it with jeans. There are shorts, there are matching pants to this that you're gonna see in the Denim & Company show with Gary and Jackie and Jane later this morning. But if you wanna get your French terry dip dyed tunic in your color preference, in your size, and particularly if you need petite or tall or regular, order early. So I'll start with this one. This has been the most popular.
I love this.
This is Indigo Sea. It's like everybody loves a blue, right? Like blue and summer go hand in hand. It's like you want the sky to look, and then it goes deeper, deeper, deeper. And then the little pop of red with the embroidered star. So that one is Indigo Sea. That's been our most popular. And remember, as Jackie explained for us, they all start white and then they dip dye to get that gradient color. This color is called medium orchid, and love the kind of, the soft, pale orchid, and then again, how it's dip dyed in a process, as Jackie explained, to get to that depth of color at the bottom, and then it's embroidered with a palm tree. Then here is, and you'll see this on Ashley in just a moment, this is the sand color. Love the earthy neutral of this one.
Isn't that
right?
gorgeous?
And that one has a little seashell embroidered on it. And then the color, I don't know, something about it. I felt like it's a sunny day. It feels very summery, so I wanted to go with soft jade. And soft jade, again, they all start white, goes all the way down to the bottom where you'll have a little sailboat. That's fun.
So cute.
I know, sailing day, we're ready. And then this is light aqua. Light aqua is this sort of sky blue at the top and then goes all the way down to the aqua at the bottom. And then you see that sunburst embroidered on that one. And then this is what Bridget is wearing. You saw it on Crystal as well, wearing it for us in the petite. And that is the color Cardinal. And Cardinal, while it starts white, it's dyed so you get a little bit pink at the top. And then that goes all the way down. And I was just saying, it's like a watermelon red, because that's what we love in summer. And so there's your flag embroidery, and that's done in navy blue. I want to put up a size chart, and then I want to talk about all the sizes. We'll pop over to what the ladies are wearing. So sizes are extra, extra small to 5X. We do have, because this is tunic length, and it's a nice tunic length, not too, not so long, it's challenging to wear, but we do have it in both regular and petite, so it'll be the right tunic length for your stature. Regular is 27 inches, petite to 27 to 33, petite is 26 to 32. All right. Looking good. Everybody looks ready for like the same summer picnic that Bridget is going to. We're all going to that summer picnic, right? So Jackie, how about we start with you? Do you mind saying how tall you are and size you're wearing?
I'm 5'7" and I'm wearing a large.
Okay.
And I do have a tank underneath because of changing and stuff like that.
And it looks great. And you're in the orchid, the medium orchid.
Yes.
And that embroidered with a little palm tree.
I know, isn't it
Vacation
so
ready.
I know, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
I love it. And then Bridget, remember, Bridget is 5'7". She's in the color Cardinal. And no, you changed. Why did I say
denim.
she was wearing Cardinal? She's wearing the indigo. Indigo C is the color that Bridget is wearing. The Cardinal is the color of denim that she's wearing, red pants. So that's a really cute, that's a fun one. And then Ashley, and by the way, if you're loving Ashley's look and saying, are there shorts? There are. Are they coming up at 9 o'clock?
Yes, they're coming in the 9 o'clock.
They're not in this show, but they are available, and you can go to QVC.com to find them. But Ashley's in the size extra small. Extra small, and she's in the color sand, and sand has a little seashell embroidered on it. And then I'm in the color soft jade, and soft jade is, again, that dip dye to the green, and that one has the little sailboat at the embroidery at the bottom, and I'm in the extra large in the regular. So you just order true to your size. It's cotton rich. It's super comfortable. The colors are cheerful. They feel like sunshine. And I love the reverse of doing the dip dye so that you have, sort of, it's like the spotlight up top and then all the happy color happening everywhere else.
I love it too. I love that it frames your face, so it's bright. And then you go down into different colors of the dip dye, which is so nice, different shades.
Yeah.
I also want to say that it is not heavy.
No.
It's a fine gauge. And honestly, during the summer, I'm in air conditioning majority of the time. I really am. And I always bring something with me because I know I'm going to be freezing cold. So this is really a nice layering piece. You can always wear it over your shoulder too.
Sure.
I love that look.
I do too. Yeah, where you tie it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you have a tank top on or something like that, or a little cami, and then you walk into the air-conditioned restaurant or movie theater or office or whatever it is, and you just pop your little tunic on over it. Here's what's happening. This is our today's special value, and it is a good one, and people are loving it. And whether it's funny because I've been having conversations with friends and family about like, what are your plans for summer? And a lot of people are like, you know what, we're staying close to home. Like we're just doing stuff around the city and town where we live, or we're going to spend time just seeing our tribe, our friends, our family, and so and you want to dress for all of that in something that feels comfortable and looks great. That's our today's special value. So we talk a lot about the age of possibility here at the Q, and that really is embracing whatever age you are, but particularly sometimes it's funny as you get a little older, you think like, one, I know what I like when I see it, and two, I don't want to have to fuss about the things that I want in my wardrobe. So I'm looking for those solutions. Comfy and cute. Yeah, check, check. We're happy. And a price that's under $40. So, Jackie, how about we go back?